Alrighty, everybody. Hello and welcome to another episode of Late Night Guild Wars. We haven't done this in quite some time, so we figured we'd do something a little laid back tonight. I am your host, Katal Laris, and this is your co-host, Armchair Warlord.
Hey everyone, it's AW.
And, we're just going to Tour de Elona this time.
Yes. You hearing me all right on my end?
I'm hearing you good.
Okay. Good.
I'm also not hearing your I'm not hearing your game coming through your speakers, so that's good as well.
Okay. Yeah, I have it turned down pretty low.
Yeah.
Also, it might be a function of whether I'm mashing my keyboard or not. CSA says he has just a question. CSA, go ahead and ask.
Oh, he said it was just a question because he said
Oh,
define a tiny bit. I said lol, wow, dude.
true. Anyways, I think the last time we did this we were on war clause, although we can certainly do it
We
on
were
Elonian
on
map.
war claws. I mean we can do it on war claws. They don't move that fast. They're decently tough though.
Yeah.
So we'll figure out what direction do we want to go from high jump.
Well, we can either go. I guess we could go over to the mountainside over Winter's Teeth, although there's not a ton over there.
There really
Unless you want to,
isn't.
unless you want to go look at like the Enchanted Bluffs.
I mean,
Kind of a big detour, though.
if
I'd say let's
you
just go.
if you had brought Zephyr, I'd have said let's go down this direction and get you a drug snake.
Yeah.
But you didn't. So, I think if we just kind of go around through Lomold Crawl and then run south, we should get a pretty good look around.
Sounds good to me. You took off.
I actually didn't. I'm just wandering around here. I don't
So,
know
my
what
work
direction you want to go.
Yeah, let's go to Lemon Crawl first.
Okay. Go this way then.
Can probably even go by the Tomb of the Primeval Kings if you want to. I'm not sure how much of a detour you want to take.
Good. I'm actually good with going to the tomb.
So
That shouldn't be a bad
should
idea.
be going all the way to Gandhar tonight.
Well, that's... Give me 1 second. I'm gonna... Alrighty. I'm catching up.
Yeah.
Things...
I was jumping on the train. I was real quick to sell something.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
So, my trading post is, in a general this sort of state. I did many the money runs.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, even just those 2 Bitterfrost runs we did earlier, I made like 5 gold out of that. The Lost Dwarf chest over there, probably. Surrounded by anything crazy dangerous.
It's probably trapped. A lot of these are.
With our luck.
Yes, this is Guild Wars 2. Hi, Edwin.
Edwin? Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Good
Guild
having-
Wars
good having
2, and this is the one game so far that I've managed to stream on my channel. I
Yeah.
plan to do others in the future, but for now, this is it.
Yeah, right now we're doing a walk. We're actually just doing a sort of a stream. We're going to walk through a part of the game world.
Yeah.
This is the Crystal Desert. This is the part they introduced in the second expansion.
Yeah. There's one more expansion set to come out at the end of this summer, actually.
Yeah, which should be very interesting. I thought that was coming out in like November-ish.
It might be coming out in November-ish.
I think they're actually the way
So,
that. Go on.
alright, so Edwin actually has a very good question. He says, what makes Guild Wars more appealing than the alternatives, like the average MMO? This game has very little grind. Like, it's a bit grindy when you start crafting terrible things and making bad life decisions, but for the most part, this game is actually relatively low grind. Like, it's
Yeah,
really easy to make in-game currency. It's also really easy to craft even high-level gear.
yeah. Also,
Um,
the there isn't really much incentive to craft high level gear if you don't want to.
yeah,
The stat boost you get from the highest level gear is not actually that big.
yeah. So if you craft legendaries, you're getting maybe a 5% stat boost.
Yeah,
And pretty much all content in the game, except for certain dungeons, can be done with just exotics, which you don't have to put too many resources into crafting at all. It's
yeah.
fairly forgiving.
And actually, they recently unlocked all of the exotic stats, so you can if you don't want to craft, you can actually buy most of the pretty much all the exotics off the trading post.
Yeah. Also, Phoenix Argus is here. Hail. Oh yeah, much less of a time burn. It's also a lot easier to get into it. You're gonna have an easier time catching up with people who are, say, ahead of you in the story. And the community of this game is actually a lot more helpful than most. Like, most MMOs have a huge elitism problem where no one wants to help out newbies. This game is a bit different. Like, the community is actually a lot more helpful than your average MMO. It's nice.
Yeah, and it's possible to actually basically level your character up to a genuinely elite level just through regular play.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I started playing this game less than a year ago, and I'm actually a higher master rank than Kantala, who's started playing this long, long before me, and who sort of taught me the ropes here.
That's partly because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more disciplined about I guess goal oriented about grinding masteries than Kantala is.
I mean, considering masteries are mostly just quality of life stuff, I don't really bother too much with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also some of them they only give you buffs in certain kinds of content, like certain expansions.
Yeah. Like the last set of masteries were just for the Icebrood saga, which the buffs, there's only like one or two of those that actually work in the rest of the game.
Yeah. Although way stations are amazing.
Yeah, way stations are really nice. Okay.
Okay, this is Glint's lair here.
Yeah, the entrance is all the way down at the bottom. I don't think we can get in there though, unfortunately. Yeah, no, portal's
Yeah,
closed.
we have to do it again to an instance.
Yeah, we would. The portal's closed. I'd have to play the story again.
Yeah, just something for another stream.
Yeah.
Also, this game is actually free to play.
Yeah, the base game is
there-
completely free to play, although if you want mounts, you're going to have to buy the Path of Fire expansion.
and it's just like buying a normal computer game if you want to. There's no subscription,
Yeah.
so the
It's a one-time
ArenaNet
purchase.
actually creates content that you want to buy with money instead of just sucking your bank account dry.
Which,
Expansion skins.
dude, the expansions for this game, every single one has been huge too.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Like, it's like
Actually,
another full
weird.
game piled on top of the base game. It's actually quite impressive.
Actually, they've been releasing a lot of expansions for free recently. I think they're actually going to release all the Living World stuff for free.
Yeah, eventually we'll have every Living World episode and season for free, except for the first one.
Yeah. I think they're going to release the Twisted Marionette out of the first season.
Yeah, so, as I recall, that's going to be a scrying pool mission.
Yeah, which should be entertaining because that looks like a hellacious boss fight. Where
So
are we going?
I don't know. I'm just wandering. This is
Okay.
the salt flats outside of Macaulay Outpost, which is the town over here. Um,
Yeah.
got
Well,
they've
when you
got
first
water
get
extractors out here.
it's like Tatooine, they're water
Yeah,
farming.
yeah, pretty
When you
much.
first get introduced to this place, the old human war god has attacked it, and the entire desert is literally on fire.
Yes, everything is burning.
So Balthazar is the god of war, and he's also got the god of fire,
Yep.
and he takes those duties very seriously.
Yes. Very seriously, in that he wants to set the entire world on fire because he was told not to kill a dragon.
Yes, he was salty over the fact the other gods wouldn't let him try and probably fail to go after Kragator.
I mean, that would have been an interesting battle. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
watching him go up against Kralkatorrik, that would have been kind of funny in my opinion.
I mean, considering the amount of cheating that Balthazar clearly felt the need to do,
Yeah, he was apparently not very confident in his ability to kill that dragon by himself.
yeah, that dude thought of every scheme in the book to give himself an unfair against Kragator. Which, I mean, I guess I can't really blame him because it's a dragon the size of Manhattan, but still.
that dragon. That dragon was, very, very large. He
That
wasn't
damn
as
dragon.
big as Mordremoth, which Mordremoth, by virtue of being a plant, is more or less the whole world.
Yeah, that dragon is a chalky. But yeah, Kragator is like a mile long.
Yeah,
Easily.
he may be longer. The next one of these we may try to get to Dragonfall.
Oh yeah.
Because Dragonfall is actually, so you have to literally blast Mordremoth, or Kralkatorrik, out of the mists where he ran to get away from you. And
Yeah, that's
he
like
ends up falling and creating an island in the ocean.
yes, and then you have to land an assault force. The pact, which is basically basically your organization dedicated to fighting the dragons. They land an assault force on him using airships.
Yeah. There's actually a hero point at the top of that.
I've already got it.
Yeah, I do too. Hero points are basically
Flax
what you
you feel like-
train skills and abilities with.
Yeah, there's some flax down there if you feel like getting eaten by the branded.
I don't really feel like getting eaten by the branded. Kralkatorrik's
Well, if I
minions are
put that-
angry.
I love how they put that one flax plant down there, and then they're like, "Okay, we're gonna put like 3 hydras around it."
It's like, yes, tempt you with flax, but we're
Yeah.
going to make it not at all worth it to go after it.
Yes.
You will die for
What?
this one plant.
Yes, because this one plant that you need for this one crafting thing, which is really expensive on the trading post.
Yeah. Although most
you
of
can
my
go to-
flax does not get sold.
Those are I use pretty much all. Those are calc here. Do you want to go see Noon before we leave Crystal Oasis? By the way, that guy's aggroing us.
Yeah, he's upset. Yeah, let's go through Amnoon and then run up to Destiny's Gorge.
Yeah. So we do this map in the most backwards way possible.
It wouldn't be the first time I've done a map backwards. Like I did pretty much the entire game completely out of order with this character. The only thing that was in order was I completed the base game before I touched anything else.
Yeah.
Then I immediately skipped Living World Season 2 and Season 3, plus the Heart of Thorns expansion, and went straight to this expansion.
I think I actually did it basically in the same order you did, because I did base game with Az, and then Path of Fire, and then Heart of Thorns. And I might have done Living World Season 4 before I probably, at least some of Living World Season 4 before I probably did Heart of Thorns.
I think you did, because I finished Heart of Thorns twice before you got to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
this says back to reading is definitely a pretty game. It is.
It really is. That's another thing that makes me really, really like it. It's very nice to look at. Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'll see you
Hopefully
later,
on
Edwin.
Catalog. Yeah, later. On. Good having you. Especially on Catalog's computer, which isn't a potato like mine. Even on mine, it's really pretty. It's just...
It's a little lower resolution on AW's. Mine is... My husband decided I needed a beefy rig, so I have a beefy rig.
He delivered.
But yeah, I already have 2 episodes of this, so if you're interested in seeing the rest of the World of Tyria, you can go back through and look at those. Those are under the name
The ones we did
Tyria.
earlier. Yep. Those were base game stuff.
Yeah.
We have yet to go through the Maguma jungle.
I mean, I do
Because-
intend to do so.
Is that Flax angry? No, it's
No, that Flax
Good.
is not angry, thankfully.
We have a rogue loose in the path. Our sharks are tossing their pups to safety. Recapture those pups while I calm their mothers down.
I'll get our pups back, Baba.
I love how the people who live in Elona are crazy enough to try to domesticate sand sharks.
Dude, I would have a sand shark as a ranger pet if they would have given it to me.
I don't know why they didn't.
I don't either. Maybe because that whole nonsense of it diving under the ground they decided was too much.
That would be amazing.
That would
Yeah,
also
imagine
be
doing that to
really
people in
super
PvP.
annoying
It
in
would-
PvP.
The amount of salt you would get out of that would be like, you could start your own salt business.
The salt, it would flood us.
It's like the spice must flow, except this time the salt must flow.
Yes.
We've got a stampede incoming.
Oh, there's a choice stampede.
I see that. Do you wanna murder retarded cactus?
Absolutely, let's go. Let's go destroy the plant people.
There's one to remember me by.
And they come out of the side street.
Yeah, they do.
So
Eventually,
we're hacking them down. Are they not coming out on the side streets?
they haven't come
So-
out on the side streets yet. They're going to, but they haven't yet. Oh, there comes
Okay,
some.
they're still coming over here. Yep. Yeah, I remember this event being like significantly harder. There's another group that's further down the street.
And I deserve it too.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a lot of choice nowadays. This event scales.
I believe it does. Okay.
Yeah. That's a random event that fires around here.
Common Sense America goes, wait, Armchair, you're slaughtering your brethren?
Not my brother on, I just want to keep one as a pet.
Yeah, I don't think, I don't think this... Stop moving. I don't think that is a plant. That looks way too fluffy to be a plant.
Yeah, I'm all animal here. Although it's a shame you can't get a domesticated choice,
Oy vey. That would be terrible.
right?
I would probably only tame that just for completion purposes.
As we started the stream saying we'll do it on work laws, we end up doing it on sky scales.
Well, because the sky scales go actually quite slow, but they
Yeah.
also can get out of reach of things.
Yeah, and these maps are both angry and very large.
Yeah. Ah. Screw all of you. Buzz off. That was the wheat field outside of Amnoon.
Yeah, where the farmers are currently under attack by flame metal demons that Balthazar hired to go attack them.
Did he hire them? No.
Well, he created.
Well, he built them. He basically took people and turned them into metal demons. Flaming metal demons.
Yeah, they're all very angry.
Yes. Unfortunately for them, they are not getting paid. They're definitely not getting paid enough to deal with us too.
Oh, absolutely. I think like the first Slayer achievement I got in this game was killing 1,000 Forged.
Maybe. I think mine was
Can you help
Risen.
see us through to Amnoon?
Because that was forever ago too.
I think it was certainly the first expansion Slayer I got.
I'm not sure what my first expansion Slayer was.
Between the Forged and the Awakened, there's a lot of things to kill.
Yeah. Most of them angry.
Oh,
I see drug snakes.
We have a question from Christopher Warwick. So, how do you get those mounts?
So
Well, actually,
to
you
get
get them.
the mounts, you have to do Path of Fire. You have to play Path of Fire. Your first mount, your Raptor, that's actually given to you by the storyline.
Yep.
The
And by the way,
rest of them, you have to do a quest to get them, and you also have to shell out a certain amount of gold. Like, for the bunny, you only need about one or two.
Yeah, Bunny's very cheap. So is the
Yeah,
Skimmer.
so's the Skimmer. And then the Jackal's a little more.
You can. This is the Bunny mount.
And this thing... Whee!
Yeah, the mounts we were on earlier were basically the final mount, the Sky Scale, which is it isn't actually a proper Living World Season 4, or it isn't actually a proper Path of Fire mount, it's actually a Living World Season 4 mount.
Hey, Ants Prism! Welcome back. Phoenix Argus says angry doesn't even begin to describe them. It's like an enraged toddler after downing an entire bottle of red cordial.
Sounds about right.
He's kinda not wrong.
God, I got some angry.
Yeah, the Sky Scale is a very involved pet to get. It takes 3 days if you've bought the food to give it. If you didn't buy the food to give it, you're looking at a little less than 2 weeks. You're looking at about 12 days.
Yeah, because you have to feed it, then you have to, you have to run all over Dragonfall like 5 different times, doing collections. Then you have to feed it.
Yeah.
And then it runs away, and you have to run all over Tyria finding it and doing like every jumping puzzle in Tyria.
AW was extremely glad I had my Mesmer. Another thing you have to do for this thing is, in order to get it to hatch, you actually have to take...
Oh yeah, you have to take
you
the
have
egg.
to take you have to take something like 10 or 12. No, it's like 21 eggs you have to take around and expose to different types of magic.
Which involves, by the way, jumping into 4 different pools of molten lava.
Yes. Ants Prism says Jesus, and then why? Because there's a story reason for that. It's because this Sky Scale is not actually natural to the world set.
Yeah.
It's because, and as a result of that, the parents all die before the eggs have a chance to hatch. So you basically have to take over what the parents would normally do.
Yeah. The game mechanic version of it is because it's the final game mount, and it's an amazing mount.
Yeah. Like, this thing is probably the most versatile mount in the game. Although you will never end up not needing your bunny or your skimmer or some of the others.
Yeah. I'd say the only one that really renders completely fairly obsolete is probably skimmer. Not the skimmer, the bunny.
The bunny sometimes, although there are certain places you cannot get into without the bunny even after you get the sky scale. Anyways, we're sitting here in...
Yes, discussing mounts. We can discuss this on the...
Yeah. Now, the only mount that is completely optional when factored into the game world itself is the... Ant's Prism goes, you have to sacrifice four small Choya children, a hat of macaroni, and a turtle called Turnip.
You laugh.
You say that. It's not far off.
You have to do so much stuff for the sky scale.
You do. You have to collect a full entire 250 stack of each map currency from each of the Living World Season 4 maps, which is 5 map currencies.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Now, fortunately, there is another flying mount, which is somewhat less capable,
but it's still very good, and it has its own perks. Like, if you climb up on top of something and then jump off, you can send it at light speed across almost any map. Definitely any map that has very high mountains.
Basically, the Griffin, the only thing you need to do, it's expensive. It's like 250 gold.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you wallet warrior them, it's like buying something off the gem store.
Yeah, it's not bad. Now, if you try to grind it, you're going to be screaming why the entire time, but...
Yeah, 250 gold is a lot of gold to grind.
Which I grinded most of it.
Phoenix is saying he still has to do the Griffin stuff in Corminer's library, dealing with the elite demons on NG is like telling somebody to take on entire street gangs. Yeah, that sounds unpleasant.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate.
Yeah, Phoenix, next time you want to do that, ping us in the guild hall and we'll get some reinforcements for you. I think when we did that with... I think when any of us did that, we had like an entire party.
Yeah, we brought parties with. The only thing about the Griffin is the very final fight that you have to do in order to get it. You actually have to do alone, which is a really low damage character.
But that fight isn't terrible.
I would suggest, it's not terrible, it's just a slog. I would suggest tooling your engineer up as a scrapper to do that.
Yeah.
Scrapper or finish your hollowsmith.
Yeah. Any reasonably well prepared.
Ends Prism says, so it's do the Skyscale quest or commit Sudco. I think he means seppuku. The Skyscale quest, while long, is actually kind of enjoyable to do, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not bad. You enjoy it. It's like it's a grind, but it's not a painful grind. It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's going to take you a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And you have us, so once you get to the jumping puzzle bits, I have a fully tooled Mesmer who can cheese pretty near all of them for you. A word of caution, however. If you're going to do the Skyscale quest, at the end, when your Skyscale, when she gets to be an adolescent and starts running away from you, the game will give you one Skyscale treat. You want to save that until you get sent to Metrica Province, and then you want to use it to lure her to you. Because out of the entire game, that is the one and only jumping puzzle that I cannot personally complete.
The skimmer is a fast water mount, although it's very slow over land.
Yeah.
So it looks like somebody killed the coffee scraper recently.
It looks like it.
I see the loot bag. And actually, the water here isn't deep enough to do this, but you can train a master around this where you...
You're cutting out again.
Let me cycle my Discord.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, every single mount has a purpose. Every single mount is very good. I have yet to find one that I don't like. The one and only mount that is completely optional to the rest of the game is the PvP mount. That one is completely optional. Although it is very helpful when you do World v World and PvP, because you can summon it there. Unlike the others that you can't.
Here we go, Katala, you hear me?
Yep. Welcome back.
Yep, I'm back.
So let's go by Skimmer Ranch and show off the skimmer.
Yeah.
Someone
Although having a
pissed off
work law
harpies up
is
there.
very good for PvP because it means you can't get chased down by enemy players.
Yeah. Which is very nice.
Because trying to run away from Storks on foot is a no-go. Doesn't
Yeah.
work, you die.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how tough your character is, if you're being attacked by 20 enemy players, you're going to die.
He found that out the hard way not that long ago.
Several times.
Dude, I found that out the hard way when I was trying to get my soul beast her wolf pet. I was
Oh,
so
God.
glad I had tamed the thing before they got to me. Because I would have murdered someone.
Well, first of all, it's kind of a dickish thing they did, putting some of the pets in World v World.
Well, okay, so you can get, there are a few different pets you can get in World v World. The wolf with the fear ability, the timber
I
wolf,
love
is the
watching
only
skimmers
one that you
fly.
can't
I
get
know.
anywhere
They're
else.
so graceful and majestic gliding around.
Now, here's
Well, also
the
they make it so
mastery
you
to
can
dive
talk-
your skimmer.
Yeah. Well, also they make it so you can't talk to people on the opposing team.
Yeah, which is really kind of frustrating because, like, I'm fairly certain that I've been killed for no reason whatsoever when I was just jumping in to get something and then leaving.
Yeah. Well, because there's jumping puzzles you can do in World v World. There are again pets you can get in World v World.
There are also hero points scattered around the World v World maps, which is kind of irritating that they did that as well.
Although you don't really need them, but still, there's like sort of stuff you can get in World v World that has nothing to do with PvP.
Yeah, Phoenix. He says the skimmer is faster on the water and quicksand than it is on land. For those in the chat or watching later on who don't know, CSA is heading to bed finally. He says goodnight. He's gonna try to get some sleep. Yeah, you need sleeps. You very much need sleeps. Somehow I got separated from AW.
Yeah, I was on the north side of Skimmer Ranch. I'm heading back towards you.
Gotcha.
I was actually screwing around in the quicksand.
The floating turnips.
Yes, the angry floating turnips.
I see a Volsmaster and Andrew online in the game, but so far he has not joined us in chat.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see a Grosk. Okay, you joined party.
It's because I invited him.
Yeah. We're in an angry area here. You want to continue down to the desolation.
Yep, that's where we're headed. At least that's where I'm headed. Whee!
Yep. Let me log this sapling here.
You can actually avoid a lot of things with the skimmer by pressing space as well.
Yeah.
Some things you'll still get hit by because enemies are angry, but
Well, also, if you train a mastery, high hover turns into an auto dodge.
yeah. Yeah,
Which is
so
really
the
cheesy.
4th mastery for the Jackal allows all mounts to take advantage of adroit evasion.
Yeah. Which is a dodge whenever they use their movement ability. For the skimmer, that just means it kind of boops itself up in the air a little bit. That's a... Oh, shit.
Did you make mistakes?
No, there was a dead PC there I was going to try to rescue, and then my momentum carried me through the portal, so...
Well, I saw them right as I was almost through the portal, and, yeah, there were angry things there I didn't necessarily want to fight.
Yeah, that whole area is kind of full of Awaken. Hello, Andrew, by the way.
Hello.
Hello!
Take a look
Welcome
at that
to the Tour de Elona.
Take the bounty on the Drake Muckstalker. Ley magic has turned him vicious.
Yeah, we're running, going from Desert Highlands all the way down to Corna.
Yes. Actually, it's kind of funny. In the description I said we were going to talk some interesting pop culture happenings, and we haven't done that yet.
We haven't at all. We've just been talking about Guild Wars.
Because
Although,
because when people show up, they naturally ask about Guild Wars, and so we end up talking game mechanics and stuff.
yeah. Which really means that, hey, A-Net, we're influencers, can you pay us?
They don't pay people unless they get really popular. Which is fair, because, I mean... You can't really tell who's actually getting people to play and or spend money on your game. Unless, like, they make a pretty big wave. Which kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Although, I know for a fact that you've gotten several people to play this game.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yours truly.
No, I think it was a combination of Farv and me getting CSA to play as well.
Yeah. Let's see, he actually started before I did. Where are you?
I am waiting, because Andrew's back there.
Oh, is he coming in?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's the giant juggernaut raptor.
Yeah.
And the
Big,
other
scary
branded
necro.
sky scale.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
very differently from mine.
There are 3 branded sky scales all right here.
Yeah. If we were leading a team here, we'd be the most. We'd be highly distinctive.
Yeah. Oh, you can
Actually, you want
definitely
to go fly over the
tell.
suburb?
Yeah, let's go fly over the harpies.
That area over there is full of awakened and angry, and also not very scenic. This area is very scenic. It's just poisonous.
Well, there are harpies over here as well. But you can
And they're not-
mostly avoid them.
They're also not as quite as angry as the awakened.
Who are you kidding? Harpies are evil.
Well, okay, they're easier to avoid than the awakened because the awakened have choke points and they lay traps.
That is true. Oh, there's a coin up there I didn't see the
It
last
is.
time I was through here. There we go.
If we're going to do this on flying mounts, we might as well use their high mobility to not get
To not
bushwhacked by
get
the awakened.
destroyed.
Yes.
Yeah, so part of the reason for that is even the Warclaw is not tough enough to tank those stupid frickin' landmines.
Yeah, they'll just blow you up.
Yes.
Watch out for the snakes.
Yeah, the sand eels. The
Watch out
sand
for the
eels are
everything.
quite angry.
Yeah, everything in Elona hates life. Joko hates life. He runs the place.
Well, Joko hates life because he's undead.
True.
And he basically is your average undead and has an abject hatred of anything that is not dead.
Not alive, you mean? Or is wait, yeah, oh yes, okay, yes, that was you were correct.
Are you okay?
Yes. You want to go run through Balzar's funhouse, or at least run over it?
I suppose we could fly over the fucking Mouth of Torment.
I'm not suggesting we go fight his entire army to get meters.
Yeah, we could fly over the Mouth of Torment.
So this is where Balthazar brings his
Forged into the world from.
yeah, because I think he manufactures them basically in the spirit world, and then he brings them into the portal in here.
Yeah.
As you can see, it basically looks like hell.
Well, it basically is hell. If you land on the ground in here without a plan to get out, you probably will die.
It's
You're
more
gonna
like
die.
Shin Godzilla.
I mean, that's fair.
It looks like what?
Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, Andrew's a Godzilla fan, and he's probably forgotten more about Godzilla than I will likely ever know.
I did not know you were a Godzilla fan.
Massively. I have.
Look, Vista I haven't gotten yet. Look how they have a scenic vista in the
In the Mouth of Torment.
yes.
Which, speaking of things that are in the Mouth of Torment, Phoenix says harpies are biatches, and Ants Prism says welcome to hell. We have ice cream.
It's gonna get melty really quick though.
Yeah, you may want to eat it as soon as you can.
Yeah.
There is there's a Griffin challenge course that starts here.
Oh yeah, there is. Let me see.
There's also a mastery point that you can get here as well.
Nice. Get up to you. There we go. Do you want to show the chat the other cool thing you can do with the jackal?
Yeah, let's show people how to jackal. The jackal is actually quite a fun mount.
Yeah. The jackal's gimmick is, well, it's fairly mobile and it can teleport, but also it can do this.
Ants Prism says your dragon is like ice. It's like an ice and fire war, Game of Thrones.
Yes.
I mean, yes and kind of no. Like, it's more. My sky skill is like blue lightning. No, it's awfully hard to see it with me moving, but he's got lightning arcing across him. Ah!
Oh yeah, out of the crystals.
Annoying,
okay?
angry things attacked me and I moved.
Did you get knocked off or something?
No, I did not. I ran away
Can you
from
make
them.
him now?
This place
Where are
is
you?
normally a lot more difficult to navigate, but since we have sky scales, normally you'd have to navigate it on a combination of skimmer and jackal, right?
Permission to buzz the tower?
Hmm?
I said permission to buzz the tower.
Somebody jumped up all the way up on top of things with a griffin and light speeded.
Yes.
There's a reason people love the griffin mount.
It's fun. It's not super turbo practical, but it is fun.
Yeah. I'm going to go see where this portal goes.
So this whole area here is where you get the jackals.
Yeah.
It's run by Jins.
Here we go. This is one of the highest
Yep.
points in the map.
Yay for
Yep. Need the. Oh god. You don't really need the jackal to finish Path of Fire, but you do. You have the opportunity to get it
Yeah.
midway through. Am I on the highest point on the map?
I'm actually close to it.
I'm trying to figure out if you're higher than I am. You want a light speed over?
Ants
You want a
Prism
light
says
speed
you're a
over-
wizard, Harry, and then he goes, "Oh." Phoenix R just says, "I have issues with the Mauve Torment."
Phoenix, we all have issues with mob torment. Even I don't like fighting my way in there because it's so
Oh
goddamn.
shit. So, the top of this palm tree that I'm sitting around right now is the
Yeah.
highest part of the map. It's also slightly outside the playable zone.
Is it?
Yes. I
Were you
was
about to get
just
kicked out?
informed. Yes, I was just informed that I needed to go back to the playable zone or I would die.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. Certain areas in this game will kill you.
Oh, yeah. This is If you hop off the skybox too hard here on a griffin, you will get that notification.
Yeah.
Just hop off and flap on your griffin.
You are leaving the playable area. Return to the playable area or you will be killed.
It's amazing.
Like, you don't even have to flap your wings to get it to pop up.
Yeah, you just have to like hop.
Ants Prism says, Grease Lightning Song. Alternative lyrics, go iced lightning, you're burning up the quarter mile. Iced lightning, go iced lightning. I don't know that song, sir.
It's not a Beach Boys song.
Maybe? I'm
a
not
Beach Boys
familiar
song.
with it, so I don't know the tune or anything. He says,
Maybe
I
it's
like
more
that
coffee.
diamond dome.
It's very pretty.
It is. A lot of
I think it's-
things here are really super pretty. I don't know
I guess
where
more
we
coffee,
lost
and then you
Andrew
can
at.
go. He's back over at the.
Oh, he's
palace.
down. Okay, I see him. He's over there.
You want to get some more? I'm gonna go get some more coffee, and then you want to go buzz the tower at Joko's domain and see if we can light speed into Vabi.
I don't know if we can light speed all the way over there from here, but we can sure try. Ants Prism is giving me a giant eyeball stare in the chat. Andrew seems very quiet and possibly tired.
Yeah. Well, I mean, God, he's his time zone's later than CSA. You don't need to feel obligated to stream with us, Andrew.
Well, I was gonna try and do the Vinetooth Prime today, but as soon as I show up to map and ask for it, at least 16 people told me to piss off, so...
Really?
Yeah, so I figured maybe AB is not a good place to be tonight.
Maybe not. I've never had that happen there, but...
I've never heard of that happening here.
I... although normally when I do go after the Vinetooth Prime, I'm the one commanding and I'm the one down there busting my ass to start up the frickin' pylons, so...
Yeah, there was a mentor on that map who was very frustrated with the people he was teaching, and they were very frustrated with him, and I showed up and no one liked me interrupting, apparently.
What was he trying to teach him to do?
The meta.
Oh. Some people
Well,
are
not
very
the-
much determined not to do what they're told.
Well, not so much the meta, the pre-events to the meta.
Oh,
I should say.
he was trying to teach him how to do the beacons.
Yeah. It's kind of like walking into a room where the entire family is just shouting at each other, and you're
Oh,
like,
no.
what's go? It's like, what's going on? It's just like, no way! It's like, oh, okay.
Was it?
That's
Wait, so was that on
unfortunate.
map chat?
Hmm?
Oh God. Ugh. Yeah, I understand why you want to get out. Why you want to get away from that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I will say that while East Gate Tarir is the easiest part of the main meta to do, the East Octo is the easiest Octo to do. The East Pylons are the most difficult pylons to do. The East Pylons and the West Pylons are extremely difficult. The East Pylons in particular because you have to, well, when you first get over there, you first have to res the Exalted who's doing that, who's turning them on.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to keep that one specific Exalted alive long enough to activate all three of them. And you get ganked by every evil thing on the map.
Yeah, the East
Like,
meta is just angry.
The second pylon, the second of the East pylons, you get attacked by Mordrum, who explode in an insta-kill bomb the minute they die. And they die as soon as their break bars go down. So
yeah.
you're... Okay.
Oh god, we got zapped.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
there's
is
no
unfortunate.
lightspeed griffining off of there, apparently.
I think there is, but we would have to be.
That hurt. I
yeah,
was
we
already
have
in
to- I
dive
think we'd have
mode,
to-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sky scale is the longest mount quest. So there's one other mount that you get before the sky scale. Like, you get 6 mounts before you get the sky scale. And this is the final one before you go after the sky scale. And it's like sky scale light. You again have to wait for it to grow up, and you have to build the saddle for it. But it's like an intro. You have to feed it and stuff, but it's not terrible. And the sky scale isn't terrible either. It's just a bit time consuming. Like, there's like 3 days worth of growing the sky scale up. There's a bunch of collections you have to do, but it's not terrible. And if you do decide to play the game, you have an entire guild full of people who are perfectly happy to help you out with it.
Yeah, Katala, you want to try that again, except possibly off of a slightly lower platform?
Let me get on my jackal real quick. That was
So we don't
dumb.
get the finger of Anat reaching out of the ether to poke us in the forehead.
Unbound, jackals are vicious forces of nature. They would strip the flesh from your bones if given the chance. But once bound,
Ants Prism. This isn't flying, this is involuntary falling with style. Yeah, that hurt a lot.
Yeah.
That was unexpected and unwanted.
Very funny, though.
That was a bit funny. So let me see. Yeah,
I'm
these
up
should
here.
be
This-
fine.
This is safe. Make sure it's safe.
You should be
Yeah.
okay to do this one, because I think I have light speeded off of this one as well.
That
It's pretty high, but it's not as high as that dome over there.
Yeah, that dome
It's
there was
also not as
close.
high as the palm tree.
Yeah. That dome was just like right on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, take
How to
2
joke on.
on light speed
that-
Griffin.
By the way, that palace, that big high thing you can see over there, that is Joko's
Joko's Palace. That is the Bone Palace. And this is the Sulfur Pits.
Say hi to Joko.
Yeah, see, here's the Bone Palace.
Permission to buzz the tower.
Well, I'm buzzing it, so...
Yeah, I don't think we really have to ask Joko's permission for anything.
I mean, when have
Guys-
Az or Sylphe ever asked his permission to do anything? Also,
Never.
there's one sky scale egg you have to activate by going and killing those worms that I just flew by.
Yeah. There's the map portal of Bobby over there, actually.
Yeah. we go. That's Bobby. Can you play as a Choya? No, you cannot play as a Choya.
You can get a tonic to transform into a Choya, though.
Yeah, you can. You can also get a tonic to transform into a Choya Pinata.
Yep. You can get a mini Choya.
Ants Prism says, show me on the sky scale where gravity touched you.
Wow.
Phoenix Argus says, my Char gives his mounts human names as an indirect means of showing his superiority over the hairless apes.
I mean, let's be honest, the Char are the wave of the future.
Probably. I mean, they are bigger and badder than pretty much any other race.
They've also had like a legit industrial revolution.
Yes. I am also at least half convinced that the Black Citadel is fully capable of getting up and walking.
Yeah, I think it's actually fully plausible as Smoder just parked that thing there. Yeah, probably in King Adelburn's spot too.
Well, he did park it on Rin.
Yeah.
They flattened Rin and put the Black Citadel right on top of it.
Yes. Just as a giant middle finger to the Ascalonians.
Yeah. That was a I don't think that Smodor was involved in that. I think that was a while ago.
Yeah.
But
parking the Black Citadel there may have been his idea because I think that's more recent.
I don't think so, because Smodor wasn't even a cub when they took back Ascalon.
yeah.
He wasn't even born yet. The events
Also, the Flame Legion was in charge at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the events of Guild Wars 2 take place like 210 something years after the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the first game was where
What
they
I'm saying
actually
is the Black Citadel.
took back
Go ahead.
Ascalon.
Yeah. Oh, what I'm saying is the Black Citadel, I think, is much more recent construction than the war.
It probably is. Although I'm not certain just exactly when the Black Citadel was built.
It's not rusted enough to have been too long ago.
Yeah. Also, everything is gears and just
Yeah.
bare metal, so...
Very industrial. Well, let's see. We did kind of bypass Saborin, but...
We could go into Saborin.
Let's
like-
go into
It's just over here.
How much?
Yeah, Vabi is... Actually, as Path of Fire maps go, Vabi is actually surprisingly small.
It's not that big, yeah. Although, I think it sort of seems small because there's the brand on the whole east side of the map.
That is true. Like, half of it is full of angry electric death.
Yes. And the brand is so evil that nobody ever hangs out there.
Hans Prism says, hey, no parking vertically.
Right.
Phoenix R just says, the Char has a legit military-industrial complex. Yeah, that is true, too.
Yeah.
This is not
I think
Saborin.
Smoder actually walked in and parked the Black Citadel directly on King Adelburn's parking spot. Probably why he's still so goddamn angry.
Well, I don't know about Adelburn. Like, I don't know if that's why Adelburn is angry. Although it could well be.
Could be that his name is so similar to Apple Buns.
That is true, too. This is the Garden of Saborin. It's actually a very, very pretty place. Also home to the few awakened who do not, in fact, want to rip your face off.
Yeah, all the decadent Fabian nobles hang out here.
Yes. Also, this place is in perpetual festivities.
Yeah, well, it's because the nobles don't have anything better to do with their lives.
Yes.
There's a wishing
Assist
well around
us.
here. You can.
I'd
The
appreciate
wishing
it.
well is quite a ways down. It's all the way down here.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not ashamed of murdering Joko because he taught these people to enslave Jin, and like half of the Jin are angry because Joko exists. Because Joko is a terrible, terrible person.
He really is.
And it's his fault I have to fight Jin regularly.
Yes. Because the Jin are just angry as hell all the time because of Joko.
Yes. Ants Prism says, I would form a Choya group in the middle of city and y'all, we're tired of being treated like pinatas. Y'all, not y'all.
Although we did miss out on the M Noontown Crier.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Like, so we didn't go that far into M Noon.
That is true. AW still wants the M Noontown Crier to say your disco needs you instead of your council needs you.
Yes. Yeah, if they did that for April Fools, that'd be amazing. To have like an M Noon dance party. Okay, now we have to figure out where the map portal is to Jahai.
So, let me...
I think it's in the academy somewhere.
It's actually a little bit southeast of the academy. It's right there.
Okay, yeah, it looked like it was in the Vitendi Vineyards.
Yeah.
But we can probably rocket over there if we get on top of this place. This map is actually fairly vertical.
We're having a dust storm,
Our way.
apparently.
Problem. So I'm gonna inform Joko. We can probably change the weather for us.
Subjects of Palawajuku's empire enhance productivity by multitasking while taking breaks.
Okie dokie then.
No. So what you're saying is Joko also gives out terrible workplace advice.
Clearly. Oh dear, there are harpies up here.
Do you need assistance?
No, I'm good. I was looking
Also,
for a lot
I do
of
get a
light.
kick out of how the nobles hang out in a palace that's sticking into the brand where there's a literal branded Hydra running around at the east end of it.
So Phoenix R just says, I don't think it can walk so much as move like a tank. Something like the desert carriers off of Homeworld, the deserts of Karak.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure how it would walk, although I do have the deserts of Karak. I could probably stream it at some point.
That's actually
I was
really cool.
playing it a little bit. Yeah, it's a fun game, although it's hard. I was playing the campaign recently. I was kind of getting my ass beaten. It's not a... And it's also, it's a homeworld game, so it has a persistent fleet. So if you kind of get behind in your fleet construction, you're going to pay for it later.
Yeah. Now, this is the Kodash Bazaar. This is
Yep.
where you'll eventually enter the brand and fight Balthazar himself.
You want to run over there?
Sure. Yeah, let's take a
actually-
detour. Gonna have to land a bit here.
We can also probably yeet ourselves off of it really nice with griffins. It's a time-worn bust of Palawa Joko.
Joko can keep his bustules.
Yes. Well, it gives me a trader's key, so I can't complain too much.
Huh? Yeah?
When you are in the brand, you...
You take damage.
Yes.
Like, you don't take damage unless you land, but once you do land, you will get hit by lightning.
Yeah. So you either have to use a skimmer or a flying mount if you want to navigate the brand without getting electrocuted.
My phone is having malfunctions.
Is it?
Yeah. Ants Prism says you can feed your dragon. Heh. She called it a dargon like I always do.
We're about to get attacked by griffins, by the way.
Dear. Whee! Yeah. The brand is an extremely angry place. Now we're heading to Vitendi Academy.
Yep.
And this is the academy. Eventually I'm gonna have to do some events here to finish a collection, but
It's where children go get brainwashed into worshipping Chico. It's great.
yeah. You will eventually find, like, griffin eggs and things in the brand as well. There's an orichalcum there. Ants Prism says, name a sky-scaled dargon, then it'll make sense.
Some
I mean-
Vabian heirloom grapes.
I mean, I'm fairly certain that
I think they grind this one.
Oh yeah, that's my loot.
I'm fairly certain that Sylphe actually does name her mounts. I haven't put any thought into what she would name them.
Yes.
Elderwood. The thing that I'm going to regret doing stuff with.
Yes. Katal is working on a legendary. And
Because
by
I
working on a
listened
legendary-
to Armchair Warlord.
Yeah, so you see the sword my character has? This is a legendary precursor.
Yeah. If you...
Anyway. Jahai.
Mm-hmm.
So we just moved from, Phoenix calls it Desert Hogwarts, which honestly is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, ants, I don't disagree. I'm not sure how they grow grapes there, but apparently they succeed.
Somehow. Some way.
Maybe Joko's death magic has something to do with it. I don't know.
We were never able to figure it out.
But anyways, we just moved from Path of Fire into Living World Season 4.
Yes. The easiest part of Living World Season 4 to get to, actually. Looks like they're getting ready to start an event here.
They may be. Oh yeah, I think the brand is about to attack.
Yeah. So,
I think we have to go
On-
east.
hang on.
Neither of us have been there here for a while, so we have no idea where to go.
I'm alive! Barely!
Bless you.
Ow!
Bless you.
Thank you.
Somehow.
Ah,
With difficulty.
good heavens. So we can actually... So what we can do... This will be kind of fun. What we can do, there's a tunnel closest to there.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna go through the reality bubbles in here?
Yes, we're gonna go through the reality
No.
bubbles because they're kind of cool.
Making mistakes.
Yeah, we're making
They're-
mistakes.
Also, they have that whole stream of volatile magic up top here. If you want to grind volatile magic, this is the map to do it on.
Oh yeah.
There's so much of it around here.
Now, this is part of the brand, this right here. It is not, in fact, a reality bubble.
But that up there is.
We are headed toward, however. A definite reality bubble. There's 3 reality bubbles, and we're gonna go through all of them.
Yes. Oh my god, Ant's Prism just called it Joko Warts.
Oh jeez. That's terrible and accurate.
Wow. Is this Maguma? Or is this
Yeah,
just like
this
Lander's
is
domain?
this is
Oh yeah.
this is a part of Maguma that got ported here because the only place that shock exists are in the Maguma jungle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Because the other parts are. This is all like historical stuff too.
Yeah.
There's like a piece of ore which is floating around here.
Another thing I will tell you
There's a lot of flax here actually.
is
Is this like your flax farm?
yeah, this is where people go to flax farm.
Right.
This is the map currencies that you get in Jahai Bluffs. That map currency is the most difficult one for your sky scale. Everything
Yes,
else
Mystonium.
compared to Mystonium is easy. Mystonium,
Mystonium.
however, is a little bit of pain and suffering.
Mystonium is bad enough that like people will go to Icebrood Saga content and buy and do like a currency exchange with those map currencies to just so they don't have to deal with getting Mystonium on this map.
Yeah, because Mystonium is incredibly difficult to get.
Yep, Eternal Ice Shard conversion.
Yep.
That's what I do.
Phoenix says, bless you, thank you. Ants Prism says, no dying on Strum. Phoenix says he called it Joko Warts. Not Ants Prism.
I thought I said Phoenix called it that. I did.
There are 4 people watching right now. 2 of you are lurkers. I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I like my lurkers every bit as much as I like my active participants. You guys make my streams go round.
Probably Doomcock and PewDiePie. I don't believe that would identify themselves.
I don't know why PewDiePie would watch me play Guild Wars.
I mean, he does play Minecraft all the time, so
I know he does play Minecraft all the time. Like, Minecraft is like PewDiePie's favorite game.
he plays like objectively worse games all the time. So
Yeah. Although I still don't think I'm popular enough for PewDiePie to know I exist.
yeah,
If he was going to... Okay, so if he was going to watch someone play Guild Wars, it would probably be Iron Maiden.
yeah. There's probably like a YouTube employee who actually just picks whatever shows up in PewDiePie's recommends.
So, this reality bubble is quite interesting. It gives you an effect that basically... Like, it's like an artificial bobblehead potion. Like, this place
Yes.
gets you high. Like, very, very high.
Yeah, this place is just full of drugs. It's a hot box.
Yes.
Oh
It
my god,
also
my
gives your
adorable,
griffin a certain amount of buoyancy.
my adorable bobbleheaded sky scale. In my ass is just freaking out and nuzzling it.
Now, this area is historical. This is the battle for ore. This was the beach landing at ore. And if you're playing a char, the
Yeah, if you're
char are all friendly to you, and the humans are not. If you're playing a human, the humans are all friendly to you, and the char are not.
Yes. You can fight the Orions. I mean, come
And
on.
this battle replays infinitely.
Yeah. These Orions don't know what freaking hit them.
I mean, they're being hit by Az. Of course, they don't know what hit them.
And this is why the Orions triggered the self-destruct scroll instead of facing the wrath of the guns. We cleaned them up.
Yeah, this was after they'd landed and they were pushing towards the Vizier's tower. Like, this was immediately before the Vizier read from the Forbidden Scroll and sunk the entire nation.
Yeah, he's like, well, I mean, I could go out there and fight them like a man, or I could blow my entire country up.
He chose the latter.
Yeah. It's like that meme with the dude sweating and looking 2 buttons. Oh, there's an Orient spellbook. I'm not touching that. I'm not. Catal's like, I'm gonna touch it.
Yeah, this isn't the spell book. This is actually the Vizier's letter.
Is it?
Yeah.
Also, I just got a chest for a jumping puzzle.
Yeah. Well, this is the Vizier's tower. The Vizier's tower is a jumping puzzle, which you can completely ignore using the sky scale.
There's a reality rift up here, which I had never seen before. Did you see the reality rift on top of the tower, Catal? Let's see where this goes.
It can be awfully hard
no.
to see these.
The tornado's near here.
Yep, I see it. If you're gonna ride the tornado, the best mount to ride it with is actually the Griffin.
Yeah, sky scale's a little bit hanky on it. God, this one's...
Actually, if you complete every single sky scale reality rift in the game, you get a title.
Yeah.
It's like Master of the Skies or something.
Yeah. It's Ruler of the Skies.
Yeah.
This is the longest reality rift I've ever seen in my life. Oh, it went down. Jeez. Okay. Oh, there's the rift. God, that was what I lost it for a second. And it ends right on top of the Jahai Great Hall.
Nice.
Kind of crossed-hat the map.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah, that takes you all the way out over the Brand. And then onto the Fortress of Jahai.
Yeah, and unfortunately some of these unbound magic or volatile magic balls are really hard to see. It can be really easy to miss them.
Ant's Prism is asking what is to the right of the screen, those shard things, which is probably the Brand.
That is most likely the Brand.
Because Kralkator just gives off, like... He's got so much magic in him that he flies over something and he just turns it into an extension of his body.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's the Crystal Dragon.
Yeah, well, he ate probably a good 80% of the magic that was set loose when we killed Mordremoth. Yeah, if you're talking about these shards, these crystals, this is the Brand.
Also known as Kralkwa's here.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
The special K-Dragon.
Yeah.
Big
Also,
boy Crocky.
there's one part of this area of the Brand that isn't angry and whatnot, but most of it is quite But there are a few fun things to do on this map, like riding the tornado.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of fun stuff in this map.
Yeah. The brand is these shards, okay? The brand is basically a magic-rich area that is very, very deadly. And Kralkatorrik basically created it by flying over the area. Basically, the magic that was expelled from under his wings made the area completely uninhabitable.
Actually, if you look at the world map, you can basically see the brand from space.
Yeah.
It's because it's over so much of the world map. Apparently, riding the tornado is a daily.
Yeah. Like, there's been a few times when I've flown over here and riding the tornado is a daily.
Yeah. It's an easy daily.
Oh yeah. It's quite easy daily to do. Anyways. Yeah, see where we are.
So,
And then I believe the pass. Where is it? There's a pass from this area to Corna. It might be in
I think
Wormhaven.
it's on Wormhaven. I think it's on the east side. East side. I'm heading in your direction.
Oh yeah, it's right
Is it
here.
down there? Yeah, it's right there.
Ants Prism says your sky scale is lightning, so it's charging? You could say that. Yeah, see, you can easily see it when I'm sitting still. All of these brand mounts, they have lightning coming off of them. They also have, like, really super bright eyeballs. You may as well have headlights.
How the hell is my inventory full?
Same way mine was? I don't know. Yeah, if you do decide to get the sky scale, if you play this game, your best bet to do this is actually going to, your best bet is definitely going to be to come down here on the dailies, when this is the daily map.
Yeah, they give you a lot of extra benefits.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to get certain ascended, it's actually very nice to go on. Or if you just need Mistborn modes in general, you want to do that when the daily is happening on Dragonfall.
Yeah.
Feeding the sky scale is an emote.
The feeding
It's
is
not
just
even-
an idle animation, sadly. It would be kind of cool if you could feed it stuff to give it buffs, but you can't.
Yeah. Can't you get treats for it? Or is that
You-
just the other ones?
You can get treats for it, I believe, but I'm not sure where they come from. There are certain treats that you have to feed it while it's growing up, otherwise it will not be happy enough to grow up.
Yeah. Gotta make sure it's eating its vegetables.
So the key to successfully raising a child is to spoil the fuck out of it. Okay, got it.
All things in moderation.
And this is Korma.
Yep. It's like the dustiest of these maps, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if that's dust or if that's just whatever evil shit the Awakened Inquest put in the air around here. It's almost like ash.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit like ash, doesn't it?
This is the area where
Phoenix-
Joko's doing his bioweapons program.
Yeah. Phoenix R just says it's charging
Oh god.
because it's a char writing it, and yeah, we'll leave that there.
People have too much power.
This is where you're going to start, like, if you decide to get the roller beetle, this is where you start the quest for that.
Yeah. The roller beetle is a overgrown mutated scarab that Gork was experimenting on.
Yes, because
Under
Goric
his skin.
is Goric. Goric grew it
Because-
under his skin. There are actually creatures in real life that do that as well.
It's mostly because you can take the take Gork out of the Inquest, but you can't take the Inquest out of Gork. Gork's like, I'm gonna implant this beetle under my skin because this is a great idea.
At least it was himself he was doing that to.
Yeah, at least he wasn't like experimenting on, I don't know, human subjects or something.
Or
I mean,
char
he did
subjects.
graduate from like being completely unethical to only insane.
Yeah. He's insane and a little bit eccentric. He's not
Yes.
evil, just strange in many,
He's
many
Gork.
fundamental ways.
He's also Timy's boyfriend.
No.
Yes.
No, I think I actually kind of don't think Timey has any interest in Goric. I think her interest was exclusively Blish, and then when he dies, she's upset.
It was mostly because he was in
mean-
a tin can. Because
I mean,
that's
Timmy and Gork hang out a lot.
he's her employee.
Yeah.
I think it goes a little
Goric,
beyond.
Goric is Timey's employee. I don't think she has any interest in Goric. I think she definitely
I
had
mean-
some interest in Blish, like even before he was living in a tin can, but
Is Timmy like legally old enough to run a business?
It's Asura. They don't care. Because they're all geniuses, remember?
I mean, yeah, but they clearly do care for some things.
it depends on it. Well, first it depends on the individual Asura in question, and it depends on what the Asuran ruling council thinks.
Well, yeah, well, because also like Timy's kind of in the shit. With the Arcane Council.
Actually, right now she's not. Like current game time, she's not.
For
never
once in
was
her
with the
life,
Arcane
yeah,
Council.
Finally, we have to get off their shit list.
Also, I think that was mainly just Flunt, because Flunt is a disaster piece.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also like the head of the Arcane Council.
Is he? No, I think someone else is higher
He-
than him.
It's the
Oh yeah,
the
but
one.
he went to the because he went to the World Summit in.
He was their
Sorry.
representative, but he's not, in fact, the highest on the Arcane Council.
The head counselor is the guy in the blue robes with the black hair.
Right, the one who looks like he was beaten with the ugly stick. Like, actually beaten.
Yes. And there's a lot of Asura in this game which are just complete gonks.
Also, there will be achievements you need on this map to get your sky scale. One of them is squishing scarabs, which is weird to me, but sure.
Yeah. It's a giant pain in the ass. Where the hell are these damn scarabs at?
Right here. More spawned.
Well, yeah, so they keep on respawning, but there's like a patch somewhere that I haven't seen. Is it that one? I think it's this one. There we go.
Also, the best mount to squash them with is the jackal for some strange reason.
I think it's actually the roller beetle. The roller beetle squashes them very.
Or, it's not the sky scale, it's the roller beetle you need to squash scarabs to get. And
Yeah.
before you get the roller beetle, your best mount to squash them with is the jackal. I think the jackal is better than the roller beetle even after you get the bug, because the bug is difficult to control.
Yeah, the bug is kind of slow when you're at rocket boosting on it. Oh god, Ants Prism says Herbie the Motor Bug.
Kind of.
Our chat is the best.
Yes.
You want to go over and take a look at Gandara? We're kind of looking at it already. I know, closer.
This direction?
I was gonna go to the. I was actually going to go the east side of it, over where the event spawns,
Okay.
over by the bridge.
Gotcha. Okay, I see. I see what you're after now.
So this is what happens when you let somebody who's run your architecture for 250 years.
Yeah, Joko has been alive for like 250 years. Basically, so I learned that the final expansion of Guild Wars 1, of the original Guild Wars, was actually putting Joko into power.
Yeah. Apparently there's a
Because
fractal where... Go ahead.
Because he claims to be a descendant of the primeval dynasty that are the rightful rulers of Elona.
Yeah.
But he basically does a bait and switch and lies to you. He is not, in fact, any relation to the primeval dynasty.
He's just very, very, very undead.
And very power hungry.
Yes. You know, I don't think it's ever explained how, like, Joko got his Joko on.
As far as I know, it isn't.
He probably made some sort of insane deal with Abaddon. Or maybe Doom, I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because, like, Joko's more undead than ordinary undead are. He's immortal.
We're not allowed to go over there.
Like, he cannot be killed by pretty much anything normal.
Yeah, Joko cannot be killed by normal means. Like, any normal means.
Because when they overthrew him the first time, they sure as hell tried.
Yeah. The only reason we're able to defeat him mid-season 4 is because we feed him to a dragon. Like,
Yeah,
that is
we happen to
literally
know-
what we do.
We happen to know a dragon that can absorb magic.
Yes. Also, if you
Oh, and
go
you can do
into
this
that,
too.
you will die. And yeah, you can use the roller beetle as a wrecking ball.
Yes. And this is a Mesmer portal.
And that takes you back to the main staging area.
Yeah. It's a shortcut for the meta. So you don't have to run all over the map. Let's see. That's the easily accessible maps in Season 4 in Path of Fire.
Yep.
Do you want to go do some of the stuff you have to teleport to?
Sure. I think my
maybe
favorite
Thunder.
is... Huh?
Well, I was going to say Sandswept is fun. I was figuring we'd finish on Sandswept.
Okay. Yeah.
You want to do Thunderhead?
Well, it is 12:17. I don't know how late you want to go. I'm gonna need to go to bed soon.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. You just want to go to Sandswept, we can run around it.
Let's go to Sandswept and call it for tonight.
Yeah.
So.
Let's go to Thelma.
Yeah.
So we can easily spend quite a lot of time running around Sandswept.
Yeah, we can. Sandswept is pretty big, and there's a lot to do there.
honestly one of the-
Sandswept is also one of the most profitable maps to do. Not so much usually in getting you money, so much as cutting down significantly on the money you will spend on ascended trinkets.
Yeah, because you can buy ascended trinkets with the map currency here, and the thing is, like, Sandswept Isles is a chill map, and it's a pleasant map to be on. You don't feel like you want to die when you're running around there.
Yeah, it's not depressing. It's
Yeah,
a very nice map.
Yeah, it's like Tyrion, Hawaii, right? You just want to be there. The locals are nice.
Also, there are, I don't know where they are, but there are some Char that have a crush on you.
Yeah. We figure this is where Sylphe's actually from. I mean, Az is clearly from the Blood Legion homelands, and he grew up in a Ferrari getting his ass beaten every day by the Primus. Sylphe, not so much.
Home wouldn't be so bad. Home is home. I won't be chased from mine.
I don't know where they are. But there
I think
are...
they're further.
They might be closer to the waypoint.
Yeah.
There goes Az spinning.
Look, I spin to win, okay?
That time I did it. Oh, it might be these two.
Did you see that?
I think that is, yeah.
Such strength
Oh, yes,
and
this one.
ferocity in battle.
Apparently their dialogue changes depending on what race you are.
And such beautiful eyes. And such a charming laugh.
Get a hold of yourself.
And also, those
There's
biceps.
thirsty for you.
Well, I mean, yes.
Ants Prism Char crushes. On second thoughts, let's go somewhere else.
You know, these two are like maybe 1% of the idle dialogue in Drizzlewood.
Yeah. Dude, there's a really hilarious one in Drizzlewood where this one Char is crushing on the other one and he's very, very bad at it.
Yeah.
He managed to make her think that he was a double agent for the dragon minions.
Yes.
And I deserve it too.
And the worst thing is, like, she's confiding in a Seraph soldier about this.
Yes.
Like, she's just that weirded out. She's talking to a human about it.
Yeah. Like, she's like, I don't like this. I am not okay.
Yes.
And she goes to a Seraph, of all things, to a human, and is like, I don't trust this guy. He scares me.
Like, this guy is weird. And then he's talking to his buddy over on the other side, and his buddy's making fun of him for being
For being really
most
bad at
awkward
flirting.
Char.
Like, for
Yes.
being really, not just bad at flirting, but, like, legit terrible at it.
Yeah,
Apparently, what did it for him
incredibly
was how
creepy.
she brushed her teeth.
Yes. And his friend is like, no, stop.
His friend is like, better watch out, we got a real lady killer here.
In the most sarcastic voice you could imagine.
Yes.
His friend is like, you, sir, are beyond
And I
help.
deserve it too.
Which I do get a kick out of how most of the ambient dialogue in Drizzlewood is like people being super broken up over the war, and they're
And then this group of 4 individuals is like, so I have a crush on a girl. So this guy's really creeping me out because he watched me brush my teeth and I don't like it.
And I deserve it too.
oh yeah, this guy's in the Ash Legion too, so I'm assuming he was using like the creepiest possible binoculars to do it.
Right? Or wait,
Probably has like
no, was he Ash or...
Big Ash.
no, he's Ash, yeah, because she's
Okay.
Blood Legion.
Yeah,
he's
she's
talking
Blood.
to Flame Legion.
Right, his friend is a Flame Legion and he's Ash and his friend is going, dude, you're dumb.
Yeah, his friend's just roasting him.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the Iron Legion, because they're nerds, is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, the Iron Legion is far, far, far more concerned with the war they're currently fighting.
Yes. Blood Legion's like this is Tuesday.
Yes. I'm sorry, you're
Doesn't it work
watching me
talking-
going on on a freaking crafting supply run.
Yeah. As this turns into a gathering trip.
Yeah, no, I think we need to stop because we're not showing off the map anymore.
We really are not. We're just gathering mats.
Right. Here's part of the meta. Oh dear, I'm sliding.
Do you need assistance?
Nope,
Where
I'm
are
good.
you?
I moved.
Wait, is that the... Oh, that's the Stormcaller Elementals.
Yeah,
Dang. We fighting these?
we don't
We're
have
fine.
to. It's Prism, you have
No,
such a
it-
charming laugh. Gruffly, her.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
That's
Yeah,
Char
that doesn't
romance.
really like work for Azanthus. I'm fairly certain that some Char actually giggle.
Yes. Not as. I think he's more of a sort of merry growling type.
Or kind of huffs air a little bit faster through his nose.
Yeah.
Like a half amused snort.
Yes.
Ants Prism. Roses are blue, violets are red. You're a warm toaster, and I am the bread. Char Romance Chronicles, number 6.
God. That sounds exactly bad enough.
It really does, doesn't it?
Nothing like the spoils of war.
Although, you know what's funny? I think the Olmecon are a little bit more, are a little bit more versed in the social graces than other Char.
Yeah, well, other Char are... Their society's really weird. The Olmecon are a little...
So other Char are more militaristic. The Olmecon are very much not militaristic. They're fully capable and fully willing to kick your freaking ass, but
Yeah, they're
they're
very good.
much less militaristic.
Yeah, they don't have like an army. The most of Char society is an army that has a state.
Yeah. Ah,
Anger rising.
sharks.
They're like turbo Persians.
Shh. You're annoying. I will feed you to my... There we go.
Yun-
Oh, I got knocked off my skimmer by one of the jumping sharks, and then
Oh,
I got
that's-
promptly attacked by another shark.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
basically the Atholma area is like Elona in Hawaii.
Yeah. And the
The rest of the map is a
Aniogel
little bit
area-
angry.
the Aniogel area is like a Hawaiian. Only real Hawaiians will understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm not a Hawaiian, so I have no idea.
So Waianae is this town way on the west side of of Oahu, where if you like drive on the highway until you run out of highway, there's this town on the way west side called Waianae, and it is the ghetto.
That's terrible, and I don't want to go there.
Yeah, you don't go there if you're a tourist. Well, first of all, if you're a tourist, there's no reason whatsoever you should be going. Yeah, I mean, I lived in Hawaii for 3 years. And I went there I went there once.
Just to see what was there.
Well, there was like an MWR thing.
Oh,
There was like a MWR beach there that I went to.
gotcha. Yeah.
So, yeah, I
This
remember
is
the
this
same way.
place is basically the staging area where you will eventually attack the inquest facility here, and it's a mess. Like,
Reports of
one
creatures
wrong
moving
step in
between
any
planets.
direction and you will find the wildlands that want to eat you. Except in this direction, you will find the inquest who want to experiment on you.
Yes. And also, so the inquest thought they were going to bully the primitive natives. The primitive natives ended up blowing their city up.
Yes.
Because as it turns out, the Omicron are still very much Char.
Yeah, and like I said, they're not only very willing, but very capable of kicking your shit in.
Yeah. I do get a kick out of how in every subsequent fight in the entire game, the Omicron, even if they have just no reason whatsoever to show up to it, they're still like,
It's like,
Like,
oh, there's a fight there.
and yeah,
You
show
started
up to
it,
every
we'll
single
finish
one.
it.
And then they like flex about being char pacifists, except why the hell are you halfway across the world from the sand-swept isles?
Yeah,
The
right?
fight has nothing to do with you.
Although, to their
What?
credit, they did not show up in Ice Brood.
Yeah, they stay out of that one.
Yeah. I think the reason they showed up in Dragonfall was because by that point they were already committed.
Yeah. Well, also like Dragonfall had to do with the Elder Dragons
Yeah.
like immediately rather than
Rather than
an
fighting...
inter-char
Yeah.
disaster turning into something that Jormag was running.
Yeah. It wasn't a United Legion civil war. When the United Legions popped up, the Omicron bid a final and quite hasty adieu.
Yes.
Ants Prism
Yeah,
says,
I'm
"Is
pretty
this
sure-
the
I'm pretty sure,
antidepressant island?" Then he goes, "There is so many places to go in Guild Wars 2. Yes, there is.
There are. We haven't even. There is significant parts of the game we have not been to yet.
Yeah, like there's a lot that we have yet to show you guys.
Yeah. I think the Banger's recruiting pitch probably did not work at all. Con.
Probably not, and that's probably why they're not there.
Yes.
Also, this area where I'm at right now is an anti-grav area, and
It's kind of funny how the one mount that really does sky scale.
yeah, the Skyscale doesn't like it, but the Griffin really does.
No, the Griffin loves it. It's great. You can fly forever with the Griffin. Yeah, Ants, because we haven't been to Or yet. Now, Or is bad.
Yeah,
Oh.
Or is part of the base game, but it's also a very, very hateful place.
Yeah. It's full of angry. We haven't been to Maguma. We have either the jungle or the wastes. We haven't been to the Living World Season 3 maps.
Both the jungle and the wastes in Maguma are also extremely angry. It's like Or, but on steroids.
Yeah. The Living World Season 3 maps are pretty much universally extremely hateful.
Although I think the worst one is the first one you go to. Bloodstone Fen is just awful and terrible. And
Bloodstone Fen is evil. Also, it looks like a gateway to hell.
it pretty much is a gateway to hell.
Actually, it literally is a gateway to hell. That Bloodstone is full of souls.
Yes. Like, it
Being used to
corrupts and
control-
devours the souls of living beings. It's
Yeah.
nasty.
Being used to power whatever fuckery the White Mantle thought of this week.
Ants Prism says, you'd suit this place, Katala, and then he says, no gravity, no falling from mount. Win!
Yes.
Yes, there's one expansion coming. We think it will probably be the final one for Guild Wars 2. It's called End of Dragons, and it's either the end of summer or, close to the end of November. I can never remember when.
I think it's end of November.
I think so. Phoenix Argus says, it is a ridiculously big map. If you buy the game proper and do at least the first mission in Path of Fire to get the Raptor, it is well worth it. Yeah, it is. I did the entire base game and I fully completed the map twice without mounts before I got the expansions, and I don't recommend doing that.
Katala is kind of insane. Although I did the base game without a mount. I got as 280 and finished the base game before going into any expansion about it.
I'm gonna have to change the description of this episode.
Yes. We talked about zero pop culture things.
Yes.
We mostly just talked about Guild Wars.
Because the Tour de Tyrias usually devolve into us explaining the game mechanics.
Yeah. Well, those are
Troya.
We're being held up by angry native Lion.
They're both flora and fauna.
Yes.
So, that up there was like the main inquest facility. There's a few other. Well, actually, no. That's one of the satellite facilities. That's one of the labs. The main facility is in the middle over there, where that gigantic cube is. That's basically a city. That thing is the size of Radasum. It may be even larger.
Yeah, and what gets me is the Inquest apparently built the damn thing quite rapid.
Yeah. It's like, how did they have the money and everything to bus all this stuff in here? Because they hadn't been here before.
Yeah, the Inquest have...
Like, they built this up in, like, a matter of several months to a year.
Yeah.
Like, the Omicron were like, where did all of these weirdos come from?
Yes, these weirdo space hamsters.
Yes.
Invading our shit.
And murdering everything they come to. Like,
Then the Omicron decided to deal with it the Char way.
Yeah, we affectionately call Odir. That is a bounty target.
That's a legendary bounty.
No thank you. No thank you. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Apparently someone tried to kill him and failed because he's got 5 minutes left on his timer.
Yeah, that's a no-go. Also, because the Inquest decided to make a deal with Joko, and you don't make deals with Joko because anytime you make a deal with Joko, you end up undead and working for him.
Yeah, like you never get anything out of a deal with Joko.
Yeah, it's pretty much like making a deal with Satan.
Pretty much.
Joko is a genuinely bad person.
This is what happened when the Inquest tried to fight him off. As you can see, it is full of tar pits and nasty.
Yeah, Joko basically just slathered all their equipment in tar and then made them all.
Yeah.
Now they work for him.
Like, they work for him despite not wanting to.
Yeah. Yeah, so all Awakened are bound to Joko's will. They cannot...
Like, they can think for themselves, but they cannot... Like, there's only been a select few who've become Awakened who caused Joko enough to enough of a problem that he didn't want to deal with them anymore. One of those individuals was a legendary Sun Spear Marshal named Koss. And he caused Joko enough problem that they exiled him to a cave and left him there and posted increasingly indignant messages telling people to keep out.
Answer has a question, which is, so a bounty in this game is actually a spawn that you can trigger. It's a powerful enemy. You find them in Path of Fire, but they're powerful enemies, which you go get their tag off the bounty board, and that gives you a map marker location where you can go and find them.
Yeah.
And
And they normally will not spawn until you enter the spawn radius, and then once you do, you have a 10-minute window in which to kill them.
Yeah, and God help you that you brought enough people to fight.
Yeah. Although Andrew and I killed one when I finally finished my Elementalist's Weaver training, we managed to duo the thing. Like,
Yeah,
we
the champion ones
almost
aren't-
straight duoed it.
Yeah, the champion bounties aren't terrible. The legendary bounties are very entertaining.
So that
Fine
one was
entertaining.
that one was a champion. It's still more than you want to fight just two of you normally. But there
We had
was
more
just
than one.
there was just the two of us and that one random guy who showed up.
I mean, I brought friends too. Necro.
No, you had Fiddy.
Was it? No, I thought we did one with Grozg.
We did one with Grozg, but the one specifically was after you got out Fiddy.
Oh, okay. I think I get. Oh no, wait. I think we were. I'm thinking of one that we did for me.
Yeah, I think you are, because you needed Grozg to do that one for you. I
Phoenix
forget
is still
why.
talking about that legendary bounty.
Oh shit!
Yeah, do you need us to help you out with that, man? We can go
Are you
kill
still waiting for that bounty, or
in game?
like, are you still waiting for that bounty, or did you get it to spawn finally? Like, did you manage to get the facet, or
Because if you're in game, we can totally go kill that.
yeah? I got knocked off
Yeah,
again.
blapped.
You're gonna get blapped.
Yeah, I got blapped myself.
Because freaking sharks.
The shark was like, "Shaka bliat."
Outlander, come celebrate with us.
Yeah, this
We're not
is
gonna let invaders or the recent tragedies dampen our spirits.
this is part ritual circle, part like festival grounds right here.
Yeah, because the Omicron Cubs play here.
Yeah. Well, and they also use it for training as well, for certain things, like their summonings.
Yeah, the Omicron have like they fight with sand elementals.
Yes.
They're the bane of a certain Skywalker.
Oh god, yeah, they would just destroy him. Yeah, they use sand magic, which is something that Char before them did not do at all.
Yeah. Like, that's a uniquely Omicron invention.
A
Yeah,
lot of families where cubs are thinking about leaving. The world's changing. Maybe finding a new home wouldn't be so.
and actually the thing is, when the Omicron came here, they
chased for mine.
dipped out of the Legion Civil, the old Civil.
Yeah, the first Char Civil War, they came here specifically to avoid being killed off. Well, to both avoid being killed off by the Flame Legion, but also to avoid having to put their cubs in Ferrars, like they would have done with the main Char forces.
Oh. Guys, do you want to finish the stream by making terrible, terrible mistakes?
Rank 100 Sunqua Peak?
I was thinking Specimen Chamber more like it, but no, rank 100 Sinqua Peak would take much too long.
Well, yeah, because I would have to build up the Agony Resistance to be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't have the ammo for that, bro.
Right?
But I certainly have the stupid for the Specimen Chamber.
Okay, Phoenix says he's just remembering. Pisses him off. He did the bounty already. Ants Prism says, when you release all your frustration after doing the Skyscale quest, you can do a bounty.
Yes. You just let the rage flow through you.
Ants also says, part sacrifice, part Choya party zone. But yes, if you want to do the Specimen Chamber.
Cool.
Want to do the
Well, let's go
Specimen
over the
Chamber,
Andrew?
Andrew?
Sure.
I am heading toward Aniagel as we
Yeah,
speaketh.
so I'm teleporting there because I'm lazy. Also because I'm way behind you.
Now you're way ahead of me. That pink commander is not headed toward the Specimen Chamber.
I think the pink commander's in the Specimen.
Oh.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
remember to teleport you.
Yeah. Oh, I got stuck in a freaking... Here we go. Whee! Mistakes will be made this night.
Yes, this is how we're going to finish the stream. Terrible mistakes. And I can't even make that jump.
I'm gonna regret that because I have to stand still, and having to stand still is bad in this game.
Don't stop fighting me.
Waffle or Phoenix R just says, I don't know whether a choya is cactus or part cactus and part watermelon.
will notify the next of kin.
I think they're all bad. They probably don't even taste very good.
Ants Prism says, yay, mistakes! Yeah.
Mistake is currently being made.
By my will, might makes right.
Yeah, that pink commander's right over there. I think it's a guardian too.
Is that-
Oh,
So what we're going to do is we're going to go
warrior.
into the chamber.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Base warrior. Cool.
Yeah, well, there's some good base warrior builds.
Oh yeah.
I deserve it
Well,
too.
base warrior, like warrior overall is like the only class that the base is comparable to the elite specs.
Yeah, well, there's good things you can do with base
Yeah, like really good things.
because kind of all the warriors' traits are good.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of damage with this character because
I will notify the next of kin.
because I am specifically geared towards support.
Well, I can tell it's like how I told you how Az does CC.
Yeah. Yeah, I do all. I bring the CC. He brings the damage.
It's like yeah, the way Soul she has bad before.
I move with the desert wind. Torment is my ally.
Waiting for my signets to recharge.
To swarm.
He's like Azanthus. Those enemies over there, I wish them to die. He's like, yes, sir.
Those still don't want to die. I don't know why. They're very small and very squishy.
Very annoying.
There they
oh
go.
boy.
Now they're dead.
Fuck's letting me die in a fire.
Hurts, doesn't it? Anger rising.
This dude's got his
Suck.
knockback and he thinks he's get.
Helping and aiding.
Ah.
So yeah, this entire fight is basically just like the Inquest sending wave after wave of their own
Yeah.
people at you. I don't know. And then they realized that unlike their killbots, the Omicron did not have a preset kill.
Yeah.
What is this? Nah.
Ah! I got pulled. Owie.
Yeah, someone did something. Annoying champion of Mark Cole over here.
Well, it's Broke Bard again.
Like a wait or something.
Huh?
Oh, I was wondering if somebody had dropped a way station so I can get in.
I don't see any way stations now. I'm gonna have to train that mastery and... Ow.
Yeah. I think you can like just buy portable way stations from the right people.
Yeah, you can. And I have the mastery trained where I can buy them from the way station. But I can't just carry them around with me yet.
Okay, so at a certain point you can actually pick up a. You can actually get a.
Yeah, you can.
Like
You can.
legit
At a certain point, you can just pick them up and carry them around with you, so you can set them out.
Yeah. Also, I love how we're just literally running into an Inquest combat experiment here and humiliating them.
Yes.
These specimens are still in early stages, but I think you'll still find them quite lively. They're the next step from my father's work, you know. I do hope you enjoy.
She's evil.
Okay, who are we fighting first?
I
There's
don't
like
know
6 different.
What
Like,
one
gearing up.
they're... I don't know what one they're gonna throw at us. We did have a really interesting... Oh. That... It's the branded ogre.
Great, we're gonna die. Oh, somebody dropped some food. That's pretty nice. Buff up.
Yeah.
I might want to go some. Figure that out later. I have some sharpening stones in my inventory.
Someone got down.
Excellent time.
This guy doesn't look too bad, he says. Naively. Although these ring AoEs.
That dodge failed. I got caught in the middle of it.
Anger rising. I chose
No.
Fascinating.
That worked.
Subject outperformed expectations. Activate
So there was
phase
that.
2.
Oh, goody.
Oh, this is the. This is
Uh-oh.
branded.
No, 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 no. No, no.
Guys, this guy's bad.
He's very, very angry.
You remember there was a dude, there was like a destroyer fight? Yeah, that too.
Sand, shield us. It's sealed.
Oh, lots of pain. Right.
So I think
You should tell how bad they are by how long it takes the team to kill them. This should be a fairly easy fight because this guy is the only bad one. The other dude was not bad.
I'm in bad shape.
Fuck.
The compact is sworn.
someone has the
Sealed.
golem back piece.
Oh yeah? The adorable golem back piece.
Yeah.
One of those fights where having a zillion stun breaks is very handy. Ow, you fucking annoying little branded fuck. Eat 100 blade.
Yeah.
Right in your stupid
Expand
face.
inquiry parameters on this research branch. Now testing for cross-linear synergistic potentialities. You know the saying, 2 dragon minions are better than 1.
Armored up.
Or was it 2 dragon minions?
Yeah. And I completely missed that one.
It's sealed.
I think it's a missed opportunity we don't get the chance to make one of the Inquest later.
Right.
Anger rising. Barriers. Now.
Because they're weak sauce.
It's because it's Inquest. Also, I apologize for any of you who have severe OCD. My bags are a mess.
No, it's also because we've been gathering stuff all stream and not like. Ow, that hurts. Because he just runs me completely over. I don't know what it is. Guild Wars, where the enemy's throwing effects at you, you don't even know what they are.
You can't get us.
I'm the only guy fighting this dude, right? Yeah. Ooh, that's got worse.
Yeah, everything's angry.
I got yeeted out of the specimen chamber. That was hilarious.
Did you really?
Almost, yeah.
Rises.
Okay, there's so many AoEs happening.
Yeah, everything is happening.
I do gotta kick out how that guy just walked through the space here.
Holy shit.
I mean, it doesn't do a lot of damage. It's really more fun than anything.
Yeah, it does give you a little bit of room to like avoid things.
It's sealed. Anger rising.
Hey,
Come
you
on.
branded fuck, we don't have a die. These guys aren't like super bad on.
No, they're reasonably like they're kind of a pill, but
compared to some of the other dudes you fight here, they're not bad. I'm about to take this
okay.
dude down.
This one's almost
He's
done.
down.
And I deserve it. Well done. Lovely.
There went
To Inquest
all the
science will be a
specimens.
shining footnote in my breakthrough
We
research.
wrecked them.
Father would be so proud.
Alrighty. And
I'm-
that was this night's mistakes run.
Yes. God. Go back to my bank and sort my crap. Yeah. Late Night Guild Wars and Murderkins. Oh, I have several of those. So I managed to end up with a full stack of silk and didn't even.
I mean, that's always a good thing. You always, always, always need silk.
True.
Like, I never not need silk.
I actually have enough silk to make a damask thing right now.
Nice, nice. I have all the things in my bag ever.
And I got, see how much money we got just running around doing random things on the map. About a gold and a half.
Yep.
I've got like 6 gold in the bank right now, but a lot of that is from stuff we did before this rank.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually quite easy to make money in this game, especially if you have access to Living World Season 3, because the most profitable map on Season 3, once one character unlocks it, all characters have access to it, and you can just walk onto it.
Yes.
Ants Prism says auto sort should be in every MMO, but it is fun sometimes organizing bags.
You're very right, Ants. I have 4 people watching right now. I'm not sure who the 2 are besides Fizz in there. Fossil.
The party bag reward was a few junk items, some map currency from this map, and a few salvage items which give you materials. Crafting materials. So, lots of money making. And or help with your crafting, if you're going to craft Ascendeds.
Yeah.
Which is extremely helpful and always appreciated. Alright. I'm still in the specimen chamber. Why am I still in the specimens chamber?
That's
Because I was organizing things, that's why. Ants Prism says, combined the disco place with the hotbox zone and you'll get a rave. Yeah? Pretty much. Grozg took off to Lion's Arch. That's okay. Az is out here sitting in the puddle.
I'm enjoying the water.
Shit, if you want to enjoy the water, only proper way to do that is this way.
True. Although I don't have a blank build tab. I'll just have to oil my armor later.
Alrighty guys, that has been Tour de Tyria with a finish up of mistakes in the Inquest Specimen Chamber. Ants Prism says, I wonder what they do for Christmas theme.
We got an old yeah, go ahead.
They do, like, Guild Wars actually does do a Christmas event, and we'll definitely be playing that. I haven't seen penguins, actually. They dress other things up as Christmas animals, though. It's pretty great. You can also get a Rudolph skin for your freaking jackal.
Yeah. Actually, we did the Christmas dungeon, but it was on a different channel.
Yeah. But, yeah, stick around, and we'll definitely do the Christmas stuff.
Yep.
So, yes, that has been the stream for tonight. We hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, leave a dislike if you really hate us that much. Any interaction is good interaction. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoy watching, and thanks for being here, y'all. Take care. Night, Ants.
Not everyone.